Hello, friends, fellow traders, and investors. Welcome to Cryptic Tuesday. In this video, I'm going to do analysis of cryptocurrencies, largely to start with the most important ones. For a long time, students have been requesting this analysis from my side. However, you should note that even if we can trade the cryptocurrencies with the rainbow or the fountain of gold setup, I have not been a major trader in that group. I largely trade commodities, used to trade currency when it was open. I'm into option, international stocks, bonds, Indian stocks, but not much into crypto. But that does not, or that should not stop me for analyzing it based on the fountain of gold or the rainbow chart. You should also note that any kind of trading, and definitely the crypto trading, is risky. I don't think I've ever recommended jumping on my suggestions or anybody's suggestions, because that is the risk management rule number one, that we don't listen to others and jump on a trade. You can learn about cryptos, you can use the rainbow setup to analyze it. So before you jump on a trade, and if you are a rainbow user, so I will recommend first you do the analysis and then you decide what kind of trade you are going to take. So let me take the analysis part here, which I think even if I'm not trading crypto, it will be quite on the accurate side. So I will analyze, as we don't know the future. I'm in that group of traders and investors who believe that future cannot be fully predicted or anticipated. So with the rainbow setup, we focus more on analyzing what is the present condition. And that may show us what are the future probability paths. Let me now take you to trading view and first discuss which setup to use for crypto analysis. Go to indicators, and if you have been given access to the rainbow setup, you can go to invite only and SD Rainbow Wave V2, which is also known as Risk Master. V2 I have already applied in my setup. So I will change the V2 setup to crypto to adjust it for the crypto. And currently we can reduce the size, or let's keep it in the auto mode for now. So first I will, for crypto analytics, I will prefer to look at the weekly chart. In the weekly chart, I can see this is the Bitcoin. It is in a bearish mode. However, the white cross is outside the candle body. If we don't want to use this particular setup, we can also use the asset master, and within the asset master, I will use the fountain of gold. The crypto setup is under progress, where the probability meter is not there. So currently I'll apply the fountain of gold or the mother setup. So I can see currently, by applying the asset master, fountain of gold, and the RSIX for momentum, that Bitcoin is under selling pressure. Out of my 12 factor setup, I can also note that 9 factor is bearish in the weekly chart. Momentum is strongly bearish. Short trend has turned bearish. However, the white cross is outside the candle body, giving us a warning. The way it looks bearish, it may not be. White cross served as a risk management tool. when the volatility or fluctuation is on the higher side. Now, I can also note from the probability meter that only the sell trade win probability is around 36%, not significantly high. So even if it is bearish, I can't call it a super bearish at the moment, the Bitcoin. Now, once this analytics is done, I will prefer to go to the daily chart. In the daily chart, I can see Bitcoin once again coming under selling pressure after a range bound action. It has broken the previous multi-bottom, which I think was around 106,924 area. So Bitcoin with 1,04,444, it is below this level. So in the daily chart, I see significant bearish pressure. Here the sell trade win probability is around 64%, which I can see from my probability meter on the upper hand. Almost 10 factor in my 12 factor setup is bearish. So first we analyze the weekly chart, which has tilted bearish. The daily chart, which is significantly quite bearish for Bitcoin, but the further downside seems more likely. So if you are more investor, swing investor into ETF like IBIT, which is a Bitcoin exchange traded fund, only available not to Indian investor but foreign investors, I don't think it is the right time to go there, as things are turning bearish for Bitcoin. Now for the Bitcoin, I'm going to the more short-term trading chart, which is the 2-hourly chart. And here I can see significant bearish pressure. So today, Tuesday, Bitcoin is facing further sell-off. So Bitcoin, my outlook will be on the bearish side. So let's look at the next level of support. I think the next level of support for Bitcoin will be around this level 102,640. This would be the support level of Bitcoin. Let's look at the weekly chart. And if Bitcoin continues to remain bearish, I think the support level is coming below 1 lakh, around 95,000, with an interim stopover around 1 lakh. So Bitcoin, my outlook for the time being is bearish. Let's check out another one, Ethereum. First, we will take a look at through the weekly chart. Ethereum, also like Bitcoin, has turned bearish. Similar probability of success for sellers, 36%. In my factor setup, I can note 8 factor is bearish, 4 bullish, more on the trend side, whereas the momentum is on the bearish side. Now we'll go to Ethereum in the daily chart. Adjusted, significantly bearish. It has not only broken the previous bottoms around this area, that is 3830, it has now reached around this area of 3,500, and a successful break can push Ethereum towards $3,000 area, USDT. Now we'll look at more short-term chart, that is the 2-hour chart, very bearish. After a slight correction over the last 2 hours, once again Ethereum is breaking lower. So my outlook for the time being remains bearish for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now I will, for this, as this is the early video, I'll not go into so many of, I've taken the top names in the cryptocurrencies. So I will do three more. One is XRP. So let's look at XRP. First, the weekly chart to look at the long-term picture. Then I'll look at the daily chart and finally to the 2-hour chart. Weekly chart is bearish. Here buy trade win probability is lower. Almost 8 factor is bearish, 3 factor bullish and 1 neutral. But compared to what we saw in Ethereum and Bitcoin, here the support levels are very close by. 2.04, 1.90, these are important support levels. Now I'll go to the XRP, the more daily chart. I think XRP can go for a range bound price action. We have a strong support base here. Once the base breaks, then only we'll expect further bearishness from XRP. So I will tell it, given the support level, it seems less bearish compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now I'm going to the more 2-hourly chart, where once again, like all the other crypto, it is bearish. Very likely it will decline further and reach out towards the support level. And there we'll have to see how further it is doing. Now I'll check another one, Sol, in the weekly, in the daily and in the 2-hour time frame. Sol, after this rise, it has broken this flat line support and now heading for test of the empty line around. It has broken below the empty line. But if the break is finally successful, the Sol can come down further towards this area of 108. So weekly chart for all the cryptocurrencies that I'm seeing is more on the bearish side. Daily it has broken significantly lower. It has broken this zone, support zone ko break kar diya. And now it has also broken this support 166. And finally the main support area is coming for the time being around the 152. Now we'll go to the Sol 2-hour time frame. Very, very bearish. 12 out of 12 factors are bearish. So in the short term also, my idea or outlook for Sol as a cryptocurrency is on the bearish side. Now I will look at the final one. I'll not go into all the cryptos. I will take a look at which Elon Musk has more popularized is the Dogecoin. So let's look at the Dogecoin in the weekly, daily and the 2-hour time frame. Once again bearish, but with the support nearby, it is comparatively less bearish than the Bitcoin. Bitcoin Ethereum has further openness to fall, whereas this has strong support zone. Now I look at the Doji in the daily time frame, bearish. Around this has become now a resistance. Very likely it is heading toward this support of 0.14. So this one is bearish too. Now I'll finally take a look at the 2-hour time frame, where after a slight correction, the Doji coins are significantly breaking lower. So I've taken a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Sol and Doji. and all of them in the daily, weekly and the short term 2-hour time frame, all are looking bearish. So for the time being, my outlook for these cryptos remains on the bearish side. In future, I plan to do further videos. If you have any particular cryptocurrency in mind, you can put it in the comments and I will look at it. You can also share in the comments your experience of trading crypto. I know that some members of our Rainbow community are trading cryptocurrencies. So this video remains dedicated to them. All the best wishes, friends, for your trading journey. Mind the risk, mind the stop loss, trade responsibly, and as always, happy trading.